Howdy folks, Justin here, and today we're hopping on the ladder with the greediest deck I've ever played. That's not true, But it is a really fun one that I've been playing for a couple of days now, trying to, find numbers that I appreciate. And I think I've got it to as responsible as I plan on getting it. I am rocking tons of new cards, and this is a Ramp Scout deck. So hopefully this works out. We're playing against Spell Sword. Now, going wide could be a good strategy against what we got going on here. Our opponent has the ring, so, an early pit line or something like that could definitely screw things up for us. I'm going to keep Donfang. I've actually been pretty impressed with this card. Yeah, I've enjoyed this. Alongside Squish the Wimpy, it's done quite a bit of work. And Skinned Hound is absolutely a card we want. Having 2/2/3 purple guards is pretty good. We're not even running Fighters Guild Recruit. That might be a mistake, but I appreciate what we're bringing to the table here. It's going to be a mistake if my opponent leads on 5th Legion Trainer. There's nothing I can do about it, but there's the Gatekeeper. So we're just rocking new cards here. So Duskfang, Dawnfang switches back and forth at the end of every turn of yours. So getting it to do what you want it to do when you want it to do it isn't always easy, but that's a perfect draw. I have been pretty impressed. Now, my opponent not playing anything for the first 2 turns says to me that this is some kind of aggressive type of, some kind of control deck. So it may be correct just to Duskfang for a card next turn. Probably not, but it might be. But yeah, we are a just bonkers ramp deck. Hist Groves, the whole thing. Okay, so maybe some Skinned Hound value here. Gatekeeper could be good in the future too. But yeah, Skinned Hound could do a lot of work here. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now my opponent can take out one of my creatures if they choose, but I like this. The fact that the first play was Imperial Reinforcements, though, says that, to me, that they're trying to abuse the new Pilfer guy. Okay, so they're going to end up with a dude on the board. That's fine. I have Odinaire and Necromancer, but not a lot of great targets. This is currently in Dawnfang form. But you know what? Bringing back a Treeminder lets me hit Eclipse Baroness next turn, which is a lot of value, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, it's worth keeping in mind that, like, right now, for instance, in this lane, I cannot oppose the 2/3 guard with Pilfer, do crazy Daedra things. Loyal House Call. Okay, so a Prophecy heavy list, something to keep in mind. We do have the Gatekeeper, and I'm going to kind of hold on to it with that card in mind. But here, I think we're just going to happily play Eclipse Baroness. Cool. And I don't see a ton of value in poking my opponent. I probably lose my good boy here. Good undead boy, but good boy. Dawnfang is in Slay mode right now. The additional guard, though, makes me feel pretty good. Sure. Okay, so I could get some Slay value. They are running pit line. Maybe they just had a slow start. It's hard to say what exactly is going on here. There's an Iron Atronach, which makes me want to ramp. So this should be pretty good for us here. Duskfang is in Slay mode, or is in Pilfer mode. They can crack at me for 3 if they want to. They have to self-sacrifice unless they have some kind of trick or buff. Midnight Sweep. It's cool. And we're getting close to Iron Atronach, which probably wins the game. If it doesn't, we got tons of other shit like this in the deck. Oh, man. Alright, East March Crusader for 0 value. There's no way for them now to avoid losing all this stuff. Looks good. I have seen resurgence in token decks, primarily Crusader in the last couple days, but some of this as well. Yeah. Alright, so we got a lot of options here. I think drawing cards is a good place to start. Okay. Gentleman Jim for value here seems great. I'm just gonna snatch up one of their cards. Feels good, man. Gentleman Jim is what I'm talking about when I say maximum greed. Awesome. Something to do. Alright, so we're going to swing here and slay. Swing here. And just kind of dump stuff down. So we haven't gotten any use out of Donfang yet, but I mean, my hand is full of gas, and feel good about it. Sure. Still not drawing cards with East March Crusader. Seems like they should just be pushing damage, but they are on Spell Sword, which has, traditionally 0 reach, so. Gentleman Jim falls, we drop Iron Atronach. Wow, now, okay, well, I'm confused. We have Cereal. Help mitigate the greed. Squish the Wimpy. This is on Slay mode. I think Iron Atronach is just too good here. And having Squish the Wimpy in hand and Iron Atronach on board means that we can do some pretty cool battling. And with this in Duskfang mode, the breakthrough here is going to be sweet as well. So let's see what my opponent has to do with... Oh, nothing. Okay. Alright, we'll be right back, guys. Scout! Ah! Alright, let's play a second game with Rampzilla, the indulgent Scout Ramp deck. So I am, with this version of it, I am something like, I think I'm 5-2, so not bad. Making incidental changes here and there, having fun with it. Let's see how we do against Archer. Here we go. Alright, so opponent again has the ring. Opponent last time had the ring. I'm going to keep Thieves Guild Recruit and Cereal. Cereal hitting a big old monster, potentially awesome. Now, because we have stuff already lined up to do the next 2 turns, I think it's likely... that we lead with Ald Valathi Assassin rather than Thieves Guild Recruit, since we have a plan. And getting, contesting field is good, and getting rally triggers is, of course, something we want to do. Okay, so they're setting up for an Archer's Gambit. No, they're just shadow shifting. Okay, so maybe they have an awkward hand. They're just trying to cycle through some stuff. That's cool. Let's rally. And let's get Cereal into the Shadow lane. Shadow just because of charge creature shenanigans, and the potential upside of hitting something great with this is, game winning, so we will embrace the Cereal. Corner Club Gambler. So we actually have cards we have Squish the Wimpies in our deck. We did not draw them. Well, let's hit a discount. I think it's just Blackwood Distiller. And again, because of Viper, what did they discard? Ashlander Punisher? Never mind, they're not playing Viper. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. It's probably Rage Archer. And Rage Archer might run Vipers. But I don't think this is getting Vipered. I think if anything, it's going to get hit with removal that'll hit it either way. Lethal creature, crossbow, lethal creature, lane change, that sort of thing. Shadow marking. I would love more cards. Okay. Now, Jiggalag's Incursion is a ridiculous card. Is it good? So in my review for the set, I said, this is a card that like you need to only play when you're not thinking what's the worst that could happen, and the answer is I lose the game. I think we can be a Shrine deck. Alright, what are we doing here? In fact, we go up to 8 Magicka. I can trigger Shrine. Seems great. I know it's, you know, order lull type thing, but there we go. Alright, so now we're a Shrine deck, which perfectly suits our greed, because I'm going to run out of cards otherwise. But because of the way things cost, this is what I was doing this turn. I wanted the ramp, etc. Oof. That's all my opponent has. Surin Pawnbroker. So we've already, because of like the ramp and all this, we're already a beatdown deck against a deck running Surin Pawnbroker. I suspect this is Market Archer, actually. Gentleman Jim's not going to get a lot of value because my opponent's got a shitload of cards. God, we can play like everything, right? I don't really have anything I want to bring back. Let's Scout's Report first. I don't want Barrowstalker at this point.
Herbs can heal or harm. My scales move in shadow.
Or do I? I mean, playing Gentleman Jim is interesting. I'm going to trigger this. I can hit for 7 because these buff this. Something to keep in mind for later. Gentleman Jim. What am I worried about? I'm worried about losing to Market, so we have to actually win relatively soon. The most stats I can put on the board is what? I have 9 Magicka. Probably this and this, actually. Yeah, let's play this. I know I just gave them more crap that they could give me, but they have 0-cost cards they could give me that could be relevant. I mean, I'll take whatever I can get. And then I'm going to drop down the Alt Velothi Assassin. And set up for possible lethal next turn. Are they going to give us the card they just drew? That'd be so nice. We gave them a gift, they give it back. Oh my god, I love playing Scout. Okay. And there's Dark Seducer. Playing this deck is so much fun. Alright, so at 6, they're going to be hard-pressed to get a great... Alright, they're going to kill some of my shit. But if they don't kill this, actually, we're in pretty good shape, because that's 7 ramp we can do. Plus, we'll land the daggers in the dark next turn. Yeah, that makes sense as the kill. So we could win. Okay, opponent gonna do their best to not let that happen. Understandably so. Playing this version of the Scout deck feels like it used to play, like when I was playing Scout 2.5 years ago. Where it's just like, hey man, I'm ramping into giant monsters. It's gonna be awesome. That's how it feels, and I enjoy that feeling. All right, I'm ready. We could still lose this game too, and that's all right. That's all right because we've been having fun. We played Gentleman Jim 2 games in a row. Okay, looking for like a Paralyze or something, I imagine. Maple Shield. Cool. They have a curse? Alright,
Should have been more words. I will cut your purse and your throat.
I said good day.
that's sweet. Alright, well. Nailing it, man. This is so much fun. Madness Ramp. Alright, let's rock a third game with Rampzilla. I'm still working on, you know, like what I want to have in the deck, what I don't want to have in the deck as far as numbers go. And as the meta changes, obviously the viability of this sort of strategy will change. But as it stands right now, this is an absolute blast to play. You know, if this was a year ago, it would obviously, you know, be rocking Drain Vitality, and it would be a much different deck. All right, our opponent is Deca Duo 1 on Telvanni, and for the third time in a row, we do not have the ring. The ring isn't super relevant, but like hitting those ramp cards earlier is obviously great. Now, if we can hit Serial and nail ourselves something awesome, that'd be great. So we're gonna try for that again. But against Telvanni, I think we have to be the aggressor. Simply because even though our late game is massive, their late game is there's just more there. They just have more cards. I will lead with an Wabbajack Assassin for some of that sweet rally action and to contest the field lane. Sure. You got it. Now I'm going to play Serial. Not optimistic about Serial's chances for survival, but if we can drop down this Blackwood Distiller, it'd be pretty satisfying. Sanctuary Pet. So actually, Barrow Stalker could put some work in here. I'm into that. Okay. Now we've actually accomplished nothing so far. All of our creatures have been shackled. It continues. I do finally get to attack, and I'm going to play a Blackwood Distiller. They might be Ice Storming this turn, and my ability to hit an 8 or 9 drop next turn could be huge. Because it's not a great Ice Storm for him. It's a 2 for 2. Yeah. Sure thing. Okay, there's Red Brahmin. We are just going to play Dark Seducer. Obviously, Dark Seducer dies to Viper, which isn't great. We want to hit stuff that does stuff. We're going to get Wabbajacked. Okay. Alright. Let's see it. Scouts report, sure. Wabbajack's funny. I'm into this. Yeah. Okay. That was a good Wabbajacking. My stats got Wabbajacked off the board. Fortunately, I can play another one here. Italy at Wabbajack 2. Wabbajack me into... What do I want here? What's the ideal creature? Not that. Probably looking for something ice stormable, so at least it survives. Tree Minder, sure. Okay, so red Brahmining this lane is pretty tempting here. And, yeah, opponents still got Wabbajacks. Now, I will say, their Wabbajacks have been astounding. It's not that common to see Wabbajack in a deck like this, I don't think, but it's worked out for my opponent. I'm definitely looking forward to dropping some Histgrove, so that could be a way to close out the game. And Histgrove, you know, back when Histgrove was a card people played, was a way that, you know, people... Interesting. Wabbajacking their own creature. And they get a sweet roll. Awesome. It was a way that you closed out games where you had pushed early. Oh, well, we're definitely playing Hulking Scalen.
They call me the bandit. I will destroy.
I don't think Telvanni has a way to kill this. I'm putting it in the field lane. What you got? No war Wabbajack. No lethal, no shackle. Alright, so an ice storm keeps him alive, actually. It's worth pointing that out. Because ice storm will gain him 2 life. I go to 11, and only Dawnfang would give me reach, and I don't have Dawnfang in my hand. Okay. Guard it is. Guard it is.
What have we here?
Let's see if they can handle the ramp. So after I swing into this, I do still get to go face with this, which is nice. Are they gonna cruel fire blue me? No, they use the ring. I'm ready. Sorcerer's negation. Okay, so they don't want me ramping? Okay. Well, there's my gatekeeper.
Herbs can heal.
Tell me where it hurts.
Alright, couple of Histros. Pass the turn. Now, they could Viper into this for 1 extra damage. We're actually not in a great position. I haven't ramped enough to Moment of Clarity. Is this a Unite the Houses deck? That would explain the Wabbajack. Fair enough. We could just lose here. Necromancer into... Okay. Fair enough. Oh, look, this doesn't keep me off lethal yet. We don't see what they Moment of Clarity for. We do have Tazcat, I guess, for reach. They can, like, Firebolt their own Black Hand Messenger. They have a Ring Charge, so they could Harpy. Shadow Shift to dig. They don't have it. They are a Unite the Houses deck. Okay. Sweet. This deck's pretty good.